Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in for another edition of Hexcoin's Point of View, Hexcoin's Analysis. Well, I am just one particular Hexcoin. I'm not funded by any outlet, unlike the mainstream media. You get what you pay for. Low. By the way, I do get paid in T-shares, I guess is probably worth pointing out. We have the Fed. It is the largest ever rate increase. Nah, it's not. 1994, it was larger pre that year. It was 0.75. I was actually expecting a possible 1.00. We didn't quite get there. I think the market actually preempted this and they're prepared for these larger rates for the next, say, I don't know, 6 months, give or take. And people are basically rebalancing their portfolios. And you'll see the price of some assets going down across the board because of the higher interest rates, because everything is getting more expensive to buy. Loans are more expensive, etc., etc. That's probably the simplest way to put it. We've got the Fed delivering interest rate hike in largest in decades, but yeah, again, the market tends to go in cycles, as we are aware with cryptocurrency, for example. So you're well versed for cycles at an insanely fast rate compared to the legacy finance system is my opinion. The European Central Bank is also panicking because they're being weaned off their free money from their centralized bank. They were getting lower loans, cheaper money, allowing them to buy up assets to increase the stock market. Now that's not happening anymore, and they're having a little tanty. Low is what this is. So the good thing about being online, actually someone commented in one of my previous videos saying, why aren't you covering the China bank run? I was like, what? I looked it up and it was actually legit. This media outlet was pretty interesting. They had good information, except how they presented how banks actually function, but this isn't an economics class, so I'm not going to go into that. But it's basically there's 4 banks in China, not the entire bank financial sector, and they are, in essence, stopping a bank run from happening because people are trying to go to get their money out, but they've been flagged because of their situation, I guess I'd call it. Thank you, censorship. And they can't go to the bank and they can't get their money out. Yay, I can't wait for this command and control from the sky with the microchip in your brain. No, I'm kidding. But about a month ago, I had to look a little bit deeper, and there was a protest and it was stopped by health codes turning red. They weren't able to, basically the equivalent of dump on everyone's head, dump on the bank's head. Can you imagine if everyone did a GameStop or an AMC and decided to do a bank run on the actual real world banks? That would be funny. I'm not suggesting we do that, but it looks like that sort of was going to happen in China, but they were able to curb it because of their control, literally. Let's have a look. I was going to touch on the giant radio telescope that China built, but I thought, turns out they deleted some of the data. And what can I say about this? So it's like they might be looking for the wrong signals. It's possible. And the funny thing is they spent all this money about 5 years ago I'm actually talking about now. So they've spent all this money 5 years ago to build this big ass science internationally renowned facility. But yeah, they can't let their citizens go to the bank and get their money because they've been isolated and they've been flagged and they've been black marked, and they can't get their money because they can't leave their house because of possibly a sesame credit type system. All right, let's have a look at the market regarding cryptocurrency. It was funny watching Ethereum yesterday. I'm pretty sure it touched very close to 1K even. Bitcoin was pretty close to touching 20K even. This happened prior to the announcement of the Fed announcing interest rate increases. Yeah, I think that's right. But yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. Maybe there were certain types of investors who were pricing in financial legacy markets this sort of movement, which is a good thing. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, the floor is not lava today. I thought I'd leave it for a little bit. Hex is doing a little bit better. I was watching Wrapped ETH again, came off that low, very close to 1k. I was thinking maybe it might go through 1k, like 980 or something, just bounce down and shoot back up a little bit. I can't gauge the market at the moment though, especially around that like sort of critical level. Bitcoin, I wasn't watching as closely. Again, I think Ethereum is better than Bitcoin, not in terms of price, but in terms of functionality. And then I think Hex is better than Ethereum. And Pulsechain is going to crush everything and make Hex even better. And it's currently 1,220. Hex is up a little bit as well. It appears people still just want to keep selling. Oh my god. The weak hands. I mean, I would have sold maybe, but then seeing this price, you can't sell it. You can sell at these prices, but you're gonna like get what, 46k for 1,200,000 hex. Imagine 1,200,000 hex up at 20 cents. Ooh, that's a lot of T shares you're losing if you're staking. That's a lot of that's insanity. Each to the own. I reckon maybe people think as the months go on, somehow maybe people just get completely weak hands, just dump everything, dump on everyone's head, or maybe people are pricing in future rates. They've gone to the extreme. There's maximum push in the media at the moment saying, oh, the end of the world's coming, Armageddon, financial Armageddon. It's like you couldn't predict this, like, 6 months in advance, 1 year in advance, or a lot of people could, a lot of people have. Maybe the people have got food preparations in place and things like that, medicines, and it's almost like a virus was a practice run. Lockdowns, preparation, little kits to preparedness kits. Let's call them preparedness kits. People have now preparedness kits. Financial, physical, etc., etc. That is about it. That's all I'm going to cover today. It is pretty interesting. There's not more coverage about the bank run and the ability to be put into a situation which allows you to give up your freedoms. By doing so, you can't go to the bank and get your money. I mean, that could that happen with crypto? They might be able to put limits in on exchanges maybe, but then if it's your keys, it's your crypto, and if you got a contract that's producing more of itself, you can't get any nation state intervention, I'd call that, because fiat, apparently you could get locked down. That's a risk. You could get locked down in your house and you can't leave and you can't go and get food. So if you like what China's doing, if you think China's pro crypto, China's not even pro fiat. So I prefer, personally I would prefer to live in a country who discusses cryptocurrency standards and regulations and definitions over banning fiat, banning crypto, banning the ability to leave your house. But that's just me. All right, signing out.